Cargo carrying vehicles are broadly classified into three types: mechanical trailers, hydraulic axles, and SPMTs, which are self-propelled modular transporter. Now, let's look at the first type of vehicle, that is the mechanical trailers. In mechanical trailers, there are again three or four types of trailers. First being the high bed trailers. These are the normal high bed trailers. The length of these trailers are around 12 meters. Width is around 2.4 meters, that is 8 feet. And maximum height the cargo can be taken is 2.1 meters. Of course, you can carry cargo about 2.1 meters as well because these are open vehicles. However, there is a challan for it. Okay, in India, when you take these vehicles on road, if you're carrying cargoes about 2.1 meters or 7 feet, then there is a challan for it. The maximum weight that you can load on this type of vehicle is 20 tons. Of course, there is a variant which is called a triple axle. On that, you can carry up to 25 tons. Height from ground is 1.5 meters, that is around 5 feet. That's the height from the ground. These are usually used to pick up, general cargoes. In hybrid trailers, there are variants also. The variants are 50 feet high beds, 60 feet high beds, and 70 feet high beds. Like the initial one, those were the only difference majorly is the length of the high bed. The one which we saw earlier was a 40 feet high bed trailer, so the length of the trailer was 40 feet. And then these variants are either 50 feet in length or 60 feet or 70 feet in length. Maximum weight wise, again 20 and 25 tons uh, for these vehicles as well. Height from ground is also 5 feet. These are usually used for carrying lengthy cargo, which has width and height in gauge. However, the length is say around 50 feet or 60 feet that way. The next type of vehicles are the semi-low bed trailers. As the name suggests, these are slightly lower in height, closer to the ground. The length, the loading area on these vehicles is around 9 meters, around 30 feet. Width is 2.4 meters, that is 8 feet. And maximum height cargo, of course, 2.1 meters, the maximum general for general cargos. But of course, as these are used usually for oversized cargos, hence the width and height uh, of course, you can carry more width than 2.4 meters as well as 2.2 height in 2.1 meters. Maximum weight 20 tons, of course. Double axle 25 to 27 tons, and double crown is up to 35 tons you can carry. Height from the ground, of course, is 4 feet. See, the normal logic is that the more the cargo is carried closer to the ground, the more stability it has, and hence, especially for over dimension cargos, uh, these are carried on low bed trailers. That is, these are the semi low bed trailers, and the next variant, of course, is the low bed trailers. These are the low bed trailers, again used usually for extremely over dimension cargos. The length of the loading area that you have is around 7.5 meters, around 25 feet. Width is around 3 meters, that is around 10 feet. Maximum height usually used for oversized cargo, so the width and height will vary on this. Maximum weight that you can carry on a normal low bed trailer is 20 tons. On a triple axle is 25 to 27 tons, and on a double crown is 35 tons. Height from the ground is 3 feet. There are other variants also which has 2 feet, 2.5 feet as well. Uh, and as I said, these are usually used for over dimension and heavy lift cargos. Now let's look at the other type of vehicles. There are closed trucks or Taurus, which has length of 22 feet, width is 7 feet, maximum height is 7 feet, maximum weight you can carry is 16 tons. So these are closed vehicles, so you cannot carry over dimension cargoes in that. So these are usually used for small boxes and all that, small boxes or smaller packages. I would add. There are other variants also. That is length around 24 feet, width 7 feet, height 7 feet, and maximum weight that you can carry is 21 tons. There's another variant which has a length of 27 feet, width is 7 feet, height is 7 feet again. Maximum weight you can carry is up to 25 tons. Usually, as I said, for general cargo pickup. Next is either Aish or LCV. LCV again is used for smaller packages. The length is 19 feet, width 7 feet, height 7 feet. Maximum weight you can carry is around 7 tons. Length again, there's another variant which is 14 feet, 7 feet, and 5 feet width and height. Maximum weight you can carry is 5 tons. These are two variants usually that are there in LCVs. These are again used for general cargos. Let's move on to the next type of vehicles. These are the hydraulic axles. Now, hydraulic axles are used to transport heavy and oversized cargoes from one place to another. Cargoes which cannot be carried on mechanical trailers. Like we saw that in mechanical trailers, the maximum weight was up to 35 tons, on low bed trailers. But suppose if you have a cargo of 60 tons or 100 tons, how will you carry? So now these cargoes are usually carried on hydraulic axles. As we are aware that the maximum weight permissible on car on permissible to carry a cargo on mechanical trailers is 35 tons. That's what I said. You know, uh, Similarly, the max length that can be carried is around 7 feet. And so all the cargoes which are outside these parameters can be carried on hydraulic trailers. There is no fixed length of hydraulic axle trailer. Each hydraulic axle is 1.5 meters. Uh, you know, Hence a series of axles can be joined to each other. If you see, these are axles which are joined to each other. You know, for example, we have a package. And also hydraulic axle can a single the payload of in each axle is up to 13.5 tons. Okay, let's look at an example. For example, if we have a package of around 130 tons to be transported, then the same will require 130 metric tons divided by 13.5 metric tons, payload capacity of each axle. That comes to around 9.62. We round it up, so it comes to 10. Hence minimum 10 axles will be required, which has to be joined to each other to make a set. I hope you guys are getting what what how we move these hydraulic axles. Similarly, if we have lengthy packages. Uh, for example, if the package which is 130 tons, which we saw in the last example, has a length of 20 meters, then the same will require 20 meters divided by 1.5, that is maximum length of each axle, comes to around 13.3. If you round it up, it comes to 14. Hence, minimum 14 axles will be required, which has to join to each other to make a set. These hydraulic axles are usually in a set of 2, 4, 6, that's even numbers, joined to each other and kept. joining the axle and separating them can be done anywhere and is a matter of few hours. These axles are pulled by a puller, which you can see in the picture. The red color, it's a puller. As these are hydraulic axles, the cargo has less jerk when the vehicles go through the potholes or speed breakers on the ground. Also, these hydraulic axles are joined to each other. Uh, the weight of the cargo is equally distributed on all axles. Height from the ground is around 1.1 meters during running. It can go down to 1 meters from ground level, and it can go up to 1.2 meters from ground level. Usually, the jacking down of hydraulic axles or jacking up of hydraulic axles is done to load and discharge cargoes. Of course, we have other variations to hydraulic axles when the length of the cargo is much more. A spreader is used in between. For example, a cargo weight say is 100 tons and the length is around 24 meters. Hence, for 16 axles will have to be used. However, as per the weight, that's 16 axles as per the length of the cargo, 16 axles will have to be used. However, as per the weight, only 8 axles are sufficient. If you see weight is only 100 tons. Okay, so if you divide by 13.5, we will require 8 axles only. However, the length of the package is 24 meters. So we'll require minimum 16 axles. If we divide by 1.5, we'll require minimum 16 axles only. So the transporters can use a 12-meter spreader in between to cover the length as shown in the picture. Yeah. So what they do is front side they will put 4 axles, back side they will put 4 axles. Okay, 8 axles which are required, minimum required for the weight of the cargo, and then in between these 8 axles they'll use a 12-meter spreader to cover the length of the package. There are other variations like when the height of the cargo is more, a drop deck is used in between. The drop deck is 1 feet from the ground. If you see in the picture, between these two set of axles, if you see behind there are 4 axles, ahead there are 6 axles. Between them there is a drop deck. Okay, this drop deck is joined to the axles. Okay, now for example, if the cargo weight is 110 tons and length is 9 meters, but height of the cargo is 5 meters and cannot be transported. If you place directly on the hydraulic axle, it usually cannot be transported. Then what you do? Hence, 10 axles will have to be used. However, to compensate the height, a drop deck is used in between. Uh, you know. The last type is SPMTs, that is self-propelled modular transporters. Okay, SPMT or self-propelled modular transporter. As the name suggests, it does not require a puller. Okay, it's a self-propelled. These are self-propelled. These can be moved using a remote control. Remote control. These are the extensions to hydraulic axles and can also be joined sideways. Hydraulic axles usually it can be joined to each other on the back and front. In a single line. They can be joined. However, in case of SPMTs, they can be joined sideways as well. We can load two sets side by side. Okay, these are usually used to transport huge packages, but for a short distance. They don't go over a long distance. Okay, so within the factory or say from factory, which is if it is near to the port, then this is used. These axles can be turned 180 degrees and hence are very useful to move a package sideways as well. Okay, so if you see a hydraulic axle, it can only move back and front, in reverse direction or in backward direction, in or front direction or in reverse direction. However, SPMTs can also move to the left and also move to the right. Okay, so these are extremely useful when you have to move certain cargo to the left, in a factory, from you have to pick from package from, and there is no turning radius within the factory. Then this kind of a thing is extremely useful. So if you see in the picture, there are two sets which are joined side by side. You know, as these can be controlled using a remote control, these can be turned separately, meaning all axles need not turn in at the same time. Now there are certain you can control it using the remote control. If you want some axles to move to right, however, there are some axles which you want to keep still straight. You can do that. As I said, these are very useful when there are huge packages to be transported on a short distance. Okay, so these are the three types majorly. These are the three types of vehicles that are majorly used, at least in India. Okay, the mechanical trailers, the hydraulic axles, and the SPMTs. Uh, I hope you have a clear idea about what kind of vehicles are used on road. So uh, so that's all for now. And if there is anything you want to know, you can get in touch with any of your seniors, and they will be in a position to explain. Yeah, thank you.